Win as one. EA Sports FIFA 21 sponsors Saturday Social.
We're going to talk Champions League because it has been confirmed it will be an all-English final, Man City against Chelsea. Now, before we come to a very excited Kyle, Chunkz, you were filming one of City's main men, Kevin De Bruyne, this week. What was he like? I imagine he was in good spirits.
Oh, very good spirits. Honestly, literally, we were managed to get 3 or 4 hours just filming with him. So I didn't know how funny he was. Honestly, he was making me laugh the whole time, and just in good spirits and happy to be in the final, obviously with Man City. So yeah, he's a very good guy.
Yeah, we saw your. I love your Instagram behind the scenes, mate. We saw some great little nugget of behind the scenes with Kevin De Bruyne. Check this out from Chunkz' Insta.
So I'm here, one of the best midfielders. Not you, man. There we go. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, one of the best midfielders in there.
What are you doing?
Love that. Did Harry like that? Did he enjoy that as well? Chunkz, he enjoyed the day?
He hated. I'll be honest with you, Harry. That whole day was on the pitch, non-stop, trying to prove to Kevin that he was actually okay at football. But Kevin wasn't even watching him half the time. I swear to God.
Love it. Okay, let's talk Man City, of course. A lot of Man City fans, very vocal, and a lot of Man City fans on social pointing out just how far they've come. We can have a look at just one of many tweets that we saw do the rounds. So this one's from Jack, who said, 22 seasons ago, Man City needed the playoffs to climb back into the second tier of English football whilst their neighbours were winning the treble. That was that famous game against Gillingham, of course, with late goals that took it to penalties. Tonight, they are the League Cup holders, the champions-elect, and into the Champions League final. And Jack goes on to just say, incredible. Kyle, do you remember those days? And do you almost have to pinch yourself as a City fan with everything that has happened and all the success that you've had since the owners came in? Go on, let it all out. I can tell you're buzzing. Go on.
Definitely. All right, here we go. Let's go. All right, I've got 5 minutes to talk about this. Right, now, when we're talking about it, I mean, I literally grew up and I could see the Kippax from my bedroom window at Main Road. I used to go there week in, week out, literally in Division 2, watching us getting beat by Ipswich, Gillingham, obviously that massive game as well that we did end up winning. Teams like that on a weekly basis. And here we are. It is just incredible. And loads of fans this week love to try and find negatives about it. I'm not going to be negative. Do people expect me not to celebrate the fact that we are about to be crowned Premier League champions again? We've won the League Cup and also we're into the Champions League final. People were laughing at us 2 weeks ago that we lost in an FA Cup semi-final, that we're not going to do the quadruple. Come on. I mean, look at us. Look how great it is. We are one of the best teams, not just in England, in Europe. We've got one of the best managers. It's all good. And it does make me just think back to that childhood on a Monday morning when I was in the playground and Manchester United fans were all screaming and shouting because you were winning all these trophies. You were winning the treble, as we said, and I'd just been beaten 4-0 by Wickham or someone like that, all right? So it's great to see. It's good to see how far we have come. And I've just got a massive smile on my face because little old City, little old Manchester City have made it to a Champions League final. We're dominating. Oh, it's just a great time, isn't it? Everything's good. I can't complain.
I can tell you're very happy. And this isn't me trying to bring you back down to earth, Carl, but a lot of those, for a bit of context, a lot of the replies to that very tweet we just showed were from rival fans saying, I've got some of the replies in front of me, things like, you've spent £1 billion in 10 years. It's not really an underdog story. Isn't it about time you reach the Champions League final with the money spent? So not me saying that. That are the replies to that tweet that we put out. So what would you say to those rival fans that say it's about time you got to a final with the money that you spent?
It's not coming out of my bank account, is it? I'm not the one that's spending all of this money. I'm celebrating it. I'm enjoying it. Yes, we have spent a lot of money, but let's be completely honest. So have a lot of other teams as well. And Manchester United, I'm not digging them out, but they have spent a lot of money. And this season, it feels like they are finally back to competing at some level. And over the last 10 years, it's taken them a long time. What have City done in that time? We've dominated domestically. We've not quite made it to a Champions League final until this season. I completely understand that. But it's not easy. It's a knockout competition. Let's be completely honest, all right? And for Manchester City, the success that we've brought with the money we've spent, you'd look at it and go, yeah, it's quite right that we have spent that money and we've got all of this success. I'm not going to dampen my spirits or anybody else's spirits by saying, oh, they spent all of that money. What has it brought us? Look at the Premier League titles we've won. Look at the fact that we did it with 100 points, the fact that we then retained it with 98 points. I'm not being funny, but a lot of people were talking, a lot of Liverpool fans were talking. What you did last season was amazing. To do that after losing it on 97 points was great, but you lost one of your biggest players this season, and look where you are. Manchester City have spent a lot of money, and when we've had injuries, we've been able to bring other players in. That is one of the benefits of being able to do that. So I get we've spent a lot of money, but we're not in the position that Liverpool are in, are we? So everyone's a winner.
And you spent it well. You spent the money really well, especially recently. The addition of Ruben Dias in that Champions League semi-final, he was a man possessed. It has to be said. Definitely a candidate for Player of the Year. I don't understand, how is he only 23, Kyle?
I don't know. Honestly, you look at him, you look at what he's brought into us, and I will just say Manchester City still don't hold any of the world record-breaking transfers either, all right? So we found players like Ruben Dias. Yes, a lot of money has been spent, but I'd spend twice that for what Ruben Dias has brought, because he's not just brought an incredible centre-back with him, but also, he's brought along John Stones. Look at John Stones, them two as a partnership together. That entire back four, when you're looking at Kyle Walker, Ruben Dias, John Stones, Alexander Zinchenko, or João Cancelo as well. Look at what they've done and actually how good they look. And when they celebrate, when they block, you can see the passion. You can see when they defend that goal. It's almost as if they've scored a goal themselves. So, yeah, I'd pay double for Ruben Dias. He's 23 years old. What he could go on to achieve will be amazing to watch. And who knows, he's already captained for a club before. Maybe he could be someone for the future that could stay at Manchester City and he could be a captain.
Yeah, he definitely seems like a captain on the field, it has to be said. But you haven't won it yet. You are in a final against Chelsea, of course, knocked you out of the FA Cup as well. And they really dominated Real Madrid. They should have beaten Real Madrid much more comfortably than the scoreline suggested. And after the game, Eden Hazard, I'm sure you boys have both seen this, laughing and joking with the Chelsea players. It did not go down well. You can see the little image there. Eden Hazard, that was him straight at full time with the Chelsea boys, smiling, joking. He was forced to release this apology, saying, "I'm sorry. I've read lots of opinions about me today, and it was not my intent to offend Madrid fans. So it's always been Real Madrid, and I came here to win. This season is not over yet, and together we must battle for La Liga." It went down so badly in Madrid. I can't even tell you. Lots of fans want him sold. Chunkz, what was your reaction when you saw Eden Hazard laughing at full time on the pitch?
Honestly, as a neutral, I was dying of laughter. I can't lie. I was just looking at the game like, oh, this guy is making the mix. Like, he really doesn't care. But to be fair, I completely understand where the Real Madrid fans are coming from in terms of, like, you've just lost in the Champions League and you're upset, you're distraught. Your players are meant to like show the same emotions you're showing, but it just shows that he couldn't care less, and he just wanted to he'd rather just be boxed out.
Has he finished, do you think? Do you think he'll stay there?
To be fair, he hasn't done great, obviously, due to injuries, but we know what Hazard's capable of. But I reckon he's there. I reckon he's going to stay there. Forget about that. Everyone forgets about things. But yeah, I can't lie. What Eden did was unacceptable. But you kind of have to understand he hasn't seen his friends in a long time, so he got excited. I think he should have waited till they jumped in the tunnel and gone to their change room or something. But yeah.
Yeah, it got picked up, didn't it? A lot of people talking about that. A lot of Madrid fans not happy. But let's talk about Chelsea. I totally agree with what Joe said. I thought Chelsea was so dominant. I thought the aggregate scoreline actually flattered Madrid with how many chances Chelsea created. It was just brilliant performance from Thomas Tuchel's men. And a lot of City fans, a lot of City pundits, including Sky Sports' very own Micah Richards, had their say on Chelsea. Look at this tweet. Not going to lie, this Chelsea team now is frightening. Now, Carl, I want to come to you here on this, because obviously huge moment for Man City in a Champions League final. I don't want to pick out any players in particular because it was a great team performance. But if we are to pick out individuals, I just feel like we've got to talk about N'Golo Kanté. He was just unbelievable in both legs. And I read an interesting article this week, actually, from Claude Makelele. He says he actually wants his position, which is obviously known as the Makelele role for years, changed to the Kanté position because he feels that he's developed that role so well. Do you feel as a City fan that if Chelsea are to win it, he is the key player? He's the one that you worry about the most, given the system that Tuchel's team deploys?
Well, there's plenty of individuals that worry me, but yeah, Kanté is one of those players because he just covers the entire pitch, and it is quite worrying how much of the ball he gets, but how much he dictates the play and the tempo of the play as well. One man that I think could stop him is Fernandinho, but he turned 36 the other day, and it worries me that N'Golo Kanté, he is one of these players who can just run and run and run. So if Manchester City want to stop him, it can't just be one individual that is going to do that. So Chelsea, I'm not going to lie, I wanted to play Real Madrid in a Champions League final, which blows my mind to say because Chelsea do worry me. As Micah said right there, they are frightening. Thomas Tuchel has got them playing incredible. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, Conte, he might be the key to them causing us some trouble.
All right, then let's get a very quick prediction for the Champions League final. Chunkz, coming to you first on this one. Chelsea or City?
City penalties.
Oh, City on pens. That'd be an epic. Carl, what are you saying?
3-1 Manchester City. Never a doubt in my mind.
Oh,
Wow,
never a doubt.
confident. Go on, Smiths.
Never a doubt. I think City will just edge it, yeah. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I also think Manchester City. I think it'll be a little bit more comfortable than people expect, actually. I reckon Manchester City turn up in a big way. I'll go 2-0. But what do you guys at home think? You can let us know your Champions League final predictions on Twitter. Get involved at Sky Sports Premier League using the hashtag Saturday Social.